Okay. Back to solve the murder of the Sakura.
Mm-hmm.
On this shelf is... Oh, the
my.
gate. Violence. The gate choosing violence. Okay. One look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. Those look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C.
Okay, what we got in section B?
So on this shelf is... looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are.
They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. Now, have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss.
Isn't that kind of harsh?
That's his MO.
For real, though.
What? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? The world's a lifelong loser, which, I suppose, suits you well.
Fuck off. Thanks. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now, I need to focus on the shelf and not beating Byakuya's face in. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf.
And lastly?
Section A. What's on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines, except for the one bottle.
One of these things is not like the other.
The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. Huh? But wait!
Oh, he passed his perception roll for once!
Hey! It's because Kyoko's not here. She gave him an extra brain cell to work with.
Yeah.
There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it here on accident? I should try to find out more about this shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A, there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? First of all, these should not be kept in the same room at all.
Do you think Monokuma has OSHA oversight? Hell nah.
That's definitely something going on there. Also, y'all should just be looking at labels.
Yeah.
Just
check nutritional information. Okay. So examine the powder itself, I guess.
Yeah. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave a footprint. Should probably take a good hard look at that powder. Well, hold on, let me get within inches of it.
Yeah.
Get a sniff of it. You said I couldn't leave a footprint, but there's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. Looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now.
Okay, cool.
Okie dokie. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room.
Okay, compare and contrast with our new information.
Let's go. We don't need to talk to you.
Yeah, see you later, bitchinator.
Accurate.
Alright,
Okay,
so...
rec room.
Gotta head back downstairs. There we go.
Let's go.
We back.
So, Makoto, how's your investigation going?
I I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me.
I see. So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. That's all too convenient. Someone must be lying.
Yep. Someone.
Someone's lying.
Never.
Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You'd do well to look them over one more time.
Alrighty.
If you say so.
The bottles.
I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new. Something new.
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention, you're sure to find it.
A correlation.
Naggy, please.
Someone didn't play chess.
Yeah.
Hey, Kyoko. Can't you just tell me what it is?
No cheatsy doodles.
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome.
And it's not just because you don't trust me, right?
The gaze of someone who so desperately wants someone to understand something. Like, oh, you dumb bitch, I love you, but please figure this out.
No answer!
I do trust you to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with.
She does love you, you're just dumb.
Accurate. Only to a degree.
She trusts you for your brain value, which isn't very high, my guy.
Right. The brain value you do have is valuable.
Monokuma bottle.
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm. You don't mind helping me, right?
An experiment.
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces, too.
Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with a crime scene like that?
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya's not here, so...
She knows too.
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass.
With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but waifu told me to do it, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. What choice do I have? I better just do it.
Menial task for her to sneak off and investigate for a minute.
Yeah.
Right? I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. Just as I finished up.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Is everything ready? Then let's get to work.
So what kind of experiment are we doing?
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're gonna use it to compare weights.
Compare the weights of what?
Pieces of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact.
Why do you want to do that?
That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done. First, let's compare the weight of two of the normal Monokuma bottles.
It's balanced.
Which means each Monokuma weighs about the same.
Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see?
Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
Okay, then let's give it a try.
Bum, bum, bum.
Huh? The broken pieces are heavier. How is that possible?
Different bottle. Just as I thought.
What?
The result of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles put it all together. I believe you'll arrive to one very persuasive conclusion. So what do you think? It's all on you.
Okay.
Okie dokie. I mean, there's 2 bottles missing, so
Mm-hmm.
it's the collection of 2 bottles. Bloodstain. Can only assume the blood of Sakura's, but that's strange if it's true. Why is it so far away from where she died?
Okay, so the magazine rack.
Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Clue.
If only I had a little blue dog to help me out.
Where's the paw print? Look for the paw
Exactly.
print. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think?
Yeah, you're right. Picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is... On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters. And it said, Toko. Could this be a dying message?
Then it would appear you found it.
Kyoko, is this...
This is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it.
a dying message?
Oh, it's taking us back.
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back in upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that... Oh, that says Toko, right?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Then she's the killer, right?
Oh, girl.
Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
It's settled. She's the killer for sure.
Oh, my sweet dolphin.
I know you love Sakura, but like you can't just go around accusing people.
That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer.
I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Yep.
Okay.
So check Sakura's body.
Right.
According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
Just staring off into space isn't gonna help you figure anything out.
Well, yeah, I know, but...
Don't you think you might need to actually examine the body? There's no getting around it.
Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although, there are still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's totally normal.
Then, how can you?
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past.
What?
Sorry, never mind.
Nani the what?
More importantly, look here.
Her shoes?
You see the yellow powder on her instep?
Yeah, it really stands out.
And that powder is clue number 1.
Nice! Yellow powder!
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully. Actually, even telling you that is incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just explain. It would appear that she did suffer a single blow. but instead received 2 blows to the head.
2 blows?
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing. Both her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one. So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail.
Alright.
I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off.
Oh, that was quick.
It's time already?
That was quick.
So really what you're telling me is that... Wait.
Oops, you caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring, I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
Well then. It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. It's because you just need to figure out who's gonna fuck up their testimonial.
Yep.
Yeah.
At this point, whatever happens will have to happen in the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Which one of you fuckers did it? Just Makoto just like going off the rails.
Just grabbing everyone by their collar. Admit it, motherfucker!
What did you do?
Yeah.
You finally lost it. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up, one after another. And then...
The ultimate martial artist. A locked room murder mystery.
Stop with the emotes.
What the?
Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons.
Good lord.
Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive. For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body XD. Rar.
This is just plain creepy.
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put a sad face, it makes it look super negative. For example, do you have 100 friends? Oh.
He's right. That does make it seem sad.
Now then, please get on the elevator. I'll see you all down there.
Yeah, dance. Dance, we're falling apart.
Kind of looks like a Kirby.
Oh yeah, the dance.
Doing calisthenics or something.
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
I don't get it.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
I don't think I'm acting casual. I mean, I didn't murder anyone.
Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? The actual murderer in the room, right?
Whatever.
Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit.
The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet, someone killed her. And that person is here? That person is one of us?
Alright, down we go.
Come on. It's time to put an end to this. I made my way toward the elevator. But with each step I took, I felt like I was going further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close and felt it begin its sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, The ride was over. The doors opened once again.
Remodel.
Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely.
You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left.
I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again? Or will your school life come to an end completely? Now then, are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats.
And so the Kirpin?
The Kirpin.
They're Kirpin for the first.
Oh no.
A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial!
In it now. Yes, definitely safe for the penultimate trial.
Big ol' save time.
All right.
Okay. We haven't gotten any skills, right? we're skillless.
I think we still have just the one. Yeah, the one that Hero gave us. That's it.
Lord.
Ay, 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 ay.
Oh, we're so bad at this game.
Let's go. All rise for the trial.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial, so your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
You already know who did it!
Wow, deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is the one who, of all the people that hated her, Yakuya, Toko, and Hiro, one of you did it!
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I'd never kill someone. No way.
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses!
Hina seems really sure that one of those three is the killer. But she must have some reason for believing that. I mean, she's really good at jumping to conclusions.
Yeah.
So...
Alright, let's use her own account. Okay.
Is one of you killed
Oh.
Sakura? What reasons do you have for saying so? Because you all had a motive. Hated her. Does it make any sense? It's the only reason you have?
Yeah, I missed.
Low as you can get. Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We just gotta do it on time. Oh wow, the echo on that. Okay. Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it, one of those three killed her!
I can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all three of them. Then does that mean one of them did it? Time to see everybody's testimonies!
Mm-hmm.
Pocket trash! Pocket sand!
Trash man! It's time for your testimony. The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them. There's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty. Not that she wanted to meet with us, but never went to see.
That is true.
I didn't either.
Psych!
No. Hiro, you need to be careful about what comes out of that mouth. Hiro, when you were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? It's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura!
No, it's
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire candy box. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura, it's the only explanation.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure, I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. Doesn't have to have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then?
But what Hiro said can't be right. Because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is when Sakura got the candy. I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if it was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was,
Yeah, Hiro.
Oh, that's right. I did meet up with her at the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked. That's all. I didn't do anything. You gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Huh? Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
What would a shining message even be?
Dying message, you mean, my guy?
Yeah. At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
How did you know about that?
It was her dying message, just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true, I saw it for myself.
See? Toko did it.
But Hiro, you weren't in the room with us. What are you talking, or what are you saying? No way, I didn't do it.
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Bingo! Well, when we found Ogre's body, duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the dying message yourself.
Oh, you and your big mouth, Hiro.
He's trying, he's just bad at it. Huh? Hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message in it, it was...
on the magazine shelf.
Yeah. Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it there on the scene, at the scene of the crime after we started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense. Nah, my dude. Never.
There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us.
Yeah.
James. Hey Hiro, time to fess up.
All right.
I'll tell you exactly when I found the dying message.
Okay.
Ogre's body was discovered. I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. I pulled it out, I found her final words. What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Okay.
Analyze something?
Yeah, probably pull something from there.
Yeah, so I think we need to analyze what Kyoko said when she found it.
And then hit it on.
Yeah.
On his.
Okay, we'll fast forward the rest. Okay, hero. Oh, okay.
Kind of wondering if magazine shelf.
Okay. Yeah,
that was
because it had the blood on it in the magazine shelf, so yeah, that makes sense. Those extra seconds. Alright,
Okay, try again.
second try. There we go.
Okay. When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on, you're focusing on the wrong part. What does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read that Vienna sausage ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah.
No blood on the
I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100% without a doubt she wrote it. This is me talking, so you know it's true.
Press X to doubt!
So much doubt. Without a doubt. No, I absolutely do doubt it.
Spam it to doubt!
There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Come on, Hiro. Keep digging your own grave.
A moment of truth. Oh no.
It's DDR.
Time to focus.
Oh, Hiro. Hun, like, 30% right? He's always 30. Why are we bringing the occult into this? Yeah. I just love that one of his things is I'm at least 30% right. I bet you he's calling us a conspiracy theorist too. The end is nigh. Like, I love Hiro, but he's a terrible liar. Let's go!
Sorry, bro.
Time to break the sea urchin open. I'm completely convinced that Sakura... Unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message.
Gonna crack your testimony open like a Maine lobster.
Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger, but both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
And who did write it? Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
He admits it! I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her.
You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
He's such... I'm surprised. Yeah, okay, I'm with Byakuya on this one. Like, every note that he's gotten, he's like, okay, I guess I better go.
Well, alrighty then.
The last trial, he was used as a scapegoat.
Yeah.
And he's just like, well, okay, I guess I'm going. And he's been afraid of Sakura this whole time. And he's just like, yeah, no, this is fine. I'll go. That's fine.
You just did exactly as the note asked. What a fool. And when I got there...
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well.
Okay.
Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy.
Oh, sure. Thanks. And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out. And then I saw my only chance. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what had happened. And she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. Realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toga's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you. You're the worst. I hope you die.
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead, roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura.
Whoa, easy now.
Huh?
We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
Hold your horses.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story. What are you talking about? What else could there be? There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So what is it that Hiro did that doesn't make sense? What he would have done, why he didn't use Sakura's finger, why the, why the magazine was hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. Everything you just said, it doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Huh?
Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh, well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it standing out there on the table.
Really? He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie after already confessing to the crime. Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that. Then who was it? They went to the trouble of hiding the magazine. They must not have liked what was written on it.
Someone who Toko, obviously. It had to be Toko, right? What? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
He's right, Togo. Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have? Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
You bonked her. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean that killed her.
Mm-hmm.
No, you didn't. Who asked you? I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with a bottle, but that's not where this case ends.
Well, what do you mean? What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Say it again, my guy. Just tell us about what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer, just initial bunker. And I have to prove that. He was the first to bonk. Unfortunately for Sakura, it wasn't to horny jail.
Yep.
Okay. 1, 2, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby. Hit her from behind before she could do anything. Hit her from behind. I only hit her
once.
Yeah, just once.
Oh, but the status of the what? Okay, fine.
Let's see what we got. Okay.
You need Kyoko's examination summary, not the status of the body. Alright. There we go.
Man, it's so hard when you got all these truth bullets. If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Oh, squeaky girl. Huh? 2?
That's right, she had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her. But I only hit her once. How does she have 2 wounds?
Let's give her a bump.
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from the Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles.
It's not just because of her head wounds, it's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why the 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of the bottle on the ground, along with the chest piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just know that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
Chess.
And that's easy. If you look at what the Monokuma bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Children. The correlation between the Monokuma bottles. I feel like it's starting to become clear. That connection must be...
Please don't be Gambit. Please don't be Gambit.
It's probably Gambit. It's the object that Monokuma figure inside each bottle is holding.
This piece.
God damn it! Fine, we'll do the thing.
It's the Gambit.
This piece. Just piece.
It's just chess
Yeah.
piece.
Whew, okay.
Yeah!
This piece.
That's it! The chess piece! Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, Rook, Bishop, Pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember. So, what's the matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces: king, queen, rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those four. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing. What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Oh my guy. Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared anytime before the murder.
But wait, there's more.
Toko, you'd be looking kind of sus.
No, it's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about the state of the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Wait, another broken bottle is missing. It's broken as well. It was excited. Bottle must have been broken. What makes you so sure? Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Too heavy.
Huh? That's right. We found evidence that shows that there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene. And what is this evidence? Wasn't just a single broken bottle, and the evidence that proves that is... Kyoko and I figured it out before.
Weight comparison.
Let's go! Hello?
There it is.
Yeah. Alright, back to full hell. Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is... there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass. What?
So from this we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. Someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces. Which is only natural, they certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
Well, why would they have to try to get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case. There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been used by...
Some bowling aficionados.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
The second attacker. What? The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there we conclude it wasn't Hiro who delivered the second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko?
She's going crazy.
And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have placed it in the rec room when the incident took place.
Ooh, wait! I admit maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her, I'm sure of it.
That was a quick turnaround. Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her.
I'm not afraid when I admit I'm wrong. I'm just that kind of guy.
Oh my god.
Plus, I just remember something that proves it. Okay, fine. Let's hear it. It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stick it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toku go into the rec room.
You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared. And you just now decided to share that with us. After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it. Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
Okay, that's the second time I'm agreeing with Bianca today.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
The locker. You don't know what you're talking about. I never went into the rec room.
Lies and deceit!
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
What? Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin. No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room. And I have it. She left it there for anyone to find.
Oh boy, new element. Yeah, explain please.
Oh, what are we looking at? Now you're gonna have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Choose the Okay. The Q or use the mouse. Okay.
Right, so
gotta give her the right bullet. You're about halfway through the game now?
Don't worry, it's over halfway.
Yeah, I like how they just keep adding new shit as you go through. Oh, look, 2 DDRs in one case?
I can handle it.
Can handle it better than I did during progressions. This one's easy. I could do this. I can't do, my brain can't do the arrows on a keyboard. I could do it with my feet. I can't do it with my feet. But it's fun. It's kind of surprising too that we've had like Toko the whole trial so far. We don't get Jill this time around.
Let me reload, please.
Get her.
I'm doing it.
Get her. Okay.
Okay, glass shards on the floor. Hiding in the rec room. Locker handprint.
Yeah.
Let me shoot. Let me shoot.
There we go. Masaka! Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko? No, it doesn't!
Okay then, let's just compare your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Okay, it's my handprint.
I did it.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura?
No, I swear there's no way.
Out with it.
I probably killed her.
Straight up again.
Use the power of Simp to get her out of the mess. Shh, you're fine.
No, it's okay.
Come here, squeaky toy.
Come on.
Come here.
Squeaky toy!
Oh, you.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge your dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after she left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf. But when you did, you put it back upside down. I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me, like a monster growling. And when I turned around... Yo. There was Sakura covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw the blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines.
Out comes Jill.
I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her. Her? You mean...
And we're off.
Guess who's that?
Hey, girl. It was your fault after all.
My fault. Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morosa and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what's going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit, I wondered? So I opened my eyes to see...
She was hoping just to wake up and get lucky.
For real. Again. Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle.
There we have it.
Sakura was just worried about you and you're terrible.
No, she's terrible. Thanks to her, I murdered somebody who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever.
Priorities.
When it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman. If I'm gonna go down, I wanted to be for killing Master.
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I can't. I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem.
And as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hero's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre, so that's good.
So that's good? Keep talking like that and Hina's gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Huh? I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hero on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone. We're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
You're pushing it pretty hard this time, Hina.
Nora, come here.
Stop it.
No, not quite yet.
Huh? Not yet. Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed. Odd, huh? Hero's attack, and then Toko's. That still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't?
Yep. Tell your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. And even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling! It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is...
Nora, you make things difficult.
Always. That's what she do. Oh good, we got all the same truth bullets this time. Good God. Just sleeping peacefully. All of a sudden Sakura was right there in front of me. Remember waking up in front of the magazine shelf. You wish you punished me. You saw Ogre covered in blood, so you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle. You gotta smash her good. Where did the attack take place? Right where I woke up. Killed her in front of the shelf.
Okay.
The status of Sakura's body, I'm guessing? For the very last one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, down. Time to zoom.
Zoom in, I'm a zoom in. Gotta get these though. Extra time.
Extra seconds. Alright. Get 'em. Yeah.
Bingo.
So it wasn't Toko either. All these people thinking that they killed Sakura
Yeah.
and they didn't. We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair? No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. The evidence that proves there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf was the blood.
You bleed.
Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazine is proof of that.
She must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. So when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now. Look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors.
Twig.
There's no way I can move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
She wasn't dead.
Well, are you still not convinced the case has come to an end?
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
Ah, so she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door. While everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible. Because we went over this before. The locker was open. I was in the locker.
Yeah.
Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously, Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
Okay. I don't know, that's the whole locked room thing about it. Or what's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much.
Such a precious face.
Right.
You're lying!
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case. But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head. And?
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
And that's because you're overlooking vital information.
I mean, she doesn't really know much about the Chem Lab situation, so...
Could we really be missing something so important?
Chem lab.
She left and then came back!
If there's another possible explanation, maybe it's...
In the Chem Lab.
I mean, yellow powder! Ugh. Let's talk about that yellow powder. Was it that killed Ogre? It wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it? Any possible cause? What killed Sakura?
Nope.
Dead set on blaming Hina. Either Monokuma File 4 or the yellow powder.
I think it's 4 because we're overlooking the blood coming out of her mouth.
Yeah, she had the vomiting. Yeah, so that's the last one. Yeah. Yeah.
Bingo!
Look at that, we're getting better! You just have to figure out the order of things.
Yep.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death.
No, stop.
In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, even when she got hit with the bottles, she cut something inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file would have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside of her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies.
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
That's hot.
I love a beautiful brain inside a beautiful body, am I right?
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood? Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely. Sakura was poisoned.
Apparently somebody said it.
Poison?
Why did it have to be Byakuya?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at. And so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knee.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible.
Is it really too hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet. Shut up and listen to Master.
But you're the only one talking. The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab, up on the 4th floor. Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I couldn't have found it all along. You never would have, since you gave up at the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene. Well, yeah, good point. There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this. Is that a poison? It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'd still kill you if you drank an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it. Where'd you find it? The shelf is divided into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements, in B, reagents, and in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
She's loving it.
100%.
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Bottle of poison Byakuya showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. It was in Section A.
Mm-hmm.
Same shelf as supplements. The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Huh? But you just said that was you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever. Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives? Yeah, so why? Because the culprit switched it out, that's why.
What do you mean?
I mean this.
I couldn't believe my eyes.
Chug jug chug jug!
Do it! Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and... Master! We were so shocked at what we were seeing, all we could do was stand there and watch. But as if there was... But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water. You can't just swallow powder, it'll stick to your throat!
Idiot, he just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out! Oh, the flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff? Huh? What are you talking about? I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see the bottle for a second?
Oh, sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Huh?
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder. The poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that, conversely, the poison must have been in Could it be?
The thick plotins. Oh, no! Ow! Fine. Protein powder.
Wait. Protein drink.
Yeah.
So you do need.
Yeah, I'm gonna do need an R. Oh, right, I have to do it in order.
T.
T. E. 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 Protein.
Protein. Drunk. Yay!
Okay.
We've done it! The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container was switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison. Holy crap! All they had to do was hand her something that... Man, we're deliberating in court. Silence in the court! All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene.
Protein drink.
Oh, come on, snuggle.
That's a bit. Give you some scritches.
Both of you.
Oh, doggos.
You guys make this hard. You're not gonna be like this when we have our own place, right?
Oh,
Hey,
they
big
will.
man. Hey, big boy.
But if we have doggy door.
But they'll still need human approval.
Mm-hmm.
You know, last night the door was open, but I still had to go out there with them in order for them to go outside.
but doggy door will be in vicinity of where we sit.
Not as far to go.
Yes.
Doggy logistics. There we go. Happy hush girl.
Happy May. Just one pay.
Yeah. Attention.
Yeah.
Breaking news. Dog wanders into court, gets many pets.
Best news story yet. Happy boy. Okay. You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death. You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing. But what was offered her instead of a bottle full of poison? And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures. For real? Who was it? Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
The evidence that shows who switched them. It has to be Tootsies! Show me.
Footprints, footprints, footprints.
There we go. Aha! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf.
Ugh, I got husky fur on my face. Ugh.
Yep, it gets everywhere. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning and there were definitely no footprints in there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they were connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of a Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belonged to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who. We know that voice.
Tina.
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
Bakana, impossible. Monoku is having a great time.
Yo, he's eating it up.
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then Ogre's killer was.
Yeah. I did it! I killed Sakura!
But yet, oh, this girl. Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
It's Makoto and Hina.
Yep.
I like Makoto and Leon. Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya, that explains why you... Look at you.
These footprints must be. Makoto, are they yours?
No!
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility. Just Hina! Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them are so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive us all. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina? Is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her there in the rec room. She was hurt. I was going to bring her the protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. And that's what you thought, right? And that's when you switched out the protein powder and... excuse me. That's when you switched out the protein powder. And that's when you gave her the poison mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then... Hold it. I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them.
But not everybody is you, Byakuya.
Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
I don't think so.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still one unsolved mystery that I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Bingo.
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
All comes back to square one.
Well... That doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that doesn't mean I have to tell you everything. No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not. Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixture. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. Makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you. That was... I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I left a footprint. You didn't notice? Yeah, that's how it was. What can I do? Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein. How come? It doesn't matter.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
I can't wait till you eat your fucking words.
There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab. Well, right away I went to section C and got the poison. And is that when you spilled the powder in front of part of the shell? Yeah. Well, when I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot. I see. Okay then, go on. So then I moved to section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein cans that had poison in it and left the room. I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back in the wrong shelf. Because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
There's not enough footprints to explain that. That story you just told. First you went to section C to get the poison, then moved to section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from section C to section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
You're wrong.
But if that's true...
Footprints don't back that up.
Isn't that a little strange?
They'd be across the front of the shelf, not just to the one side.
Oh my god. Can you repeat that series of events one more time? What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. More truth bullets.
Makoto's an idiot, but I love his determination.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure the footprints of the powder is what we're looking at.
That or the shelf.
Went to section C. Grab the poison.
Well, let me select footprints. There we go.
Spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf. Yeah, when I grabbed the ball and dropped it. Okay, and then moved from section C to section A. I think that's where you're gonna.
Oh, it disappeared too fast. Damn it.
Sorry, it's just powders. You fill the protein powder back in section A. Took the bottle with the poison in it.
We might need to scan her saying that she went to section C and then put it back in section A and fire it at that. We could try this first, though.
Yeah, I think it's the footprints.
Yeah, no, it's straightforward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. They made it easy.
At least it was simple.
Gotta crack the truth. You said you went from the poison. Wait. You said you went to get the poison from section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah, what about it?
And after that, you said you moved from section C to section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from section C to section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved it in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements.
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous. I didn't notice and I left a footprint.
You done slipped? What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well, you lied to us, plain and simple. You look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in and went straight to section A. So you never went to section C. Whatever you did there only involved section A. Well, you see...
What the? What the hell? What's going on here?
The footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
Oh? New evidence? Impossible. There can't be.
Even when you said on Kyoko, she's still coming, huh?
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
Oh, I did.
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you of all people would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
We were still missing something. Just say it already. What do you think you found?
I found this. Piece of glass.
Oh, a piece of glass.
It sunk into the bottom of the bottle.
Good thing you didn't chug that.
And the hidden clue was exposed thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you, so thank you for that.
That smug grin.
I'm here for it.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me? Why is it always me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shot of glass.
It's from the window. Like blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle. Poison? I think I remember now. I broke something in the same shade of blue. Rec room window.
Bingo!
It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window.
The window we broke to get in was a light blue, just like that. So I think it must be it.
You're right, it must be. Of course. That leads to another question. How did the shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that? What's strange about that? According to what Hina told us, where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room door? It should have been in the chem lab.
Yep. Should have been
In section A.
Boop.
The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
And everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no way to explain the presence of that glass in the bottle.
And then, once the rec room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found in the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened, in other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. Too fast for you, Togami?
No brain cells can't work together fast enough.
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right?
Nope.
If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. I do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it, trip over it, or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here.
Yeah, me either. Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Heyo. Oh, come on. How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
Because you a dumb bitch. The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. It's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was open. Okay. Somehow this case is going way easier than past cases, and it, by all means, should be like the most complicated. Comes to that protein can. There's no doubt in my mind. The locked room was unlocked. It absolutely was not in there.
So we have the source of the powder and chem lab shelf. Okay.
Someone planted it there after we got the room open. That's impossible. Had to have been there the whole time.
Whoa. The rec room was unlocked.
I was there before the rec room was unlocked. If I concentrate on that. Wait, what do we get? Empty protein drink.
Chem lab shelf and source of the protein powder. So we might have to scan something here.
Yeah.
Let's focus. The locked door was unlocked.
In there.
Then we have
Planted there. Scan Kyoko's.
yeah, rec room. Yeah, so we have to. Yeah,
Alright, let's go.
we have to bring Byakuya down even more.
Yes, please.
Oh,
You were on Chem Lab's shelf bullet.
Was it?
oh.
I thought he scanned
Yeah, I
it.
thought I scanned it.
Yeah, but the bullet itself was Chem Lab shelf. I think you need to switch to the empty protein.
Does it matter?
We shall see.
So that's what's in question here.
Mm,
So... Okay.
Alright, let's see further here. Empty protein drink, source of the powder.
Comes to that protein can. Never mind. Until the locked room was unlocked. Absolutely was not in there. Someone planted it there after we got the door open.
Unlocked.
I do be a heckin' confused.
I want to see what Kyoko said one more time. The locked room was unlocked. So maybe we need to scan what Byakuya stated and dispute Kyoko somehow? I'm feeling like we're missing something here. Source of the powder, perhaps? Let's try the source of the powder. Oh, that's not it either.
Okay, of course after I said like, oh, this has been going really well. And now we're like,
I'm gonna try scanning what Byakuya said. Since we're running low. No.
something we have to scan something. Let's run it through again. And
Are
When
we
it comes
able
to
to
the
scan both of them?
I don't think
no,
so.
you only get one, I'm pretty sure. Because you only shoot one bullet at a time. Okay. When the locked room was unlocked, in other words, when I broke the window. I can concentrate on that? So maybe we need the empty protein drink?
And deliberate that with Byakuya?
Yes? I mean, it's our last shot, so either way.
Okay, that's all it was. Fine, sure, whatever.
Simpler than we thought.
Yeah, we were trying to be too complicated about it. You remember how there was broken glass? Oh, okay, well, yeah, that's what we were saying the whole time, but like...
Yeah.
Whatever.
Of course, it came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can. They should have phrased that differently, because I was very confused.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it.
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of glass.
No. So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottled poison and not the protein can. But once the room was opened and they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because the protein can.
No, that's not why.
Yep, unfortunately.
The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility was there?
You're saying she drank it, knowing what it was. Such ridiculous fiction is.
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
You can try to be nice, it ain't gonna happen.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room had to have been Sakura. We're getting health back. I think it was Sakura herself. Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself.
It's a bit more grim than that.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact that when she went to the chem lab right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying. Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C.
Got to be outer in years.
Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it. Are we going to another DDR? Good fucking lord.
We got it. I hope.
I bereave. Hina, baby, I'm sorry.
I feel all of this is like everybody saying that they killed Sakura. It's like, I killed Sakura. No, I killed Sakura.
But wait, I killed Sakura! Just a debate to see who.
Oh, just kidding. I guess I didn't.
You thought it was you, but it was actually me, the one who killed Sakura!
The most complex murder trial. I do really like that Hiro is really the only one who's like, hey, awesome, I didn't actually kill her.
Yeah. Woo, guilt free.
Oh, Hina. Sorry, but we gotta get you. Alright.
Yeah.
Sorry, girl. Terrible truth.
We don't want it either, but it be the way that it be. Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right? Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
Why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all the section contained. No, it was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her. The one that killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison, the unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. It was Sakura.
Yeah, it was a suicide.
Let's be real, none of them could have actually murdered her.
No, hell no.
The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura? Wait, so you're really saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I can believe it. I believe I can fly. I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room. Because of course, Sakura wanted to create the locked room.
Yeah.
The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around in the locked room until we came out and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. Because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway. That's when you picked up the bottle, right?
I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were. I have to go get them. I have to go get the others.
On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room.
You said you were going to get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you grabbed from the rec room. Then you left the lab. All you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints made perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together, and once you were back in the rec room,
I got everyone.
Ogre!
oh, so she's dead, huh?
Sakura's been killed, I see.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, he quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
Oof. Hard oof.
So Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide the fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. So that's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison, vital pieces of evidence, and yes.
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No. No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
It's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is! Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly. Yay, we still have to make the comic.
Yeah.
Well, how about next time on Arcade Allies?
Alright, next time on Arcade Allies, we can wrap this horrible business up.
Y'all.
Be back next time.